If just talking to Carmelina, my childhood crush after 17 years, shocked me, her revelation dynamite me. I met Carmelina at the Overseas Employment Development Board's office, OEDB, in Chamorros, Manila on December 19, 1980 at 3 p.m. when I handed in a telegram prompting me to report for an interview for possible employment overseas. She is a placement officer. The full measure of our painful meeting happened at 4:45 p.m. at the OEDB cellar kitchenette after my interviews. We sipped our Coke while our untouched clubhouse sandwich stared at us. 2 weeks ago, I chanced upon your resume while evaluating resume submitted to us. I took an interest in yours. Not only were townmates, but also I remember we're classmates. How are you now? The last time I saw you was in 1969 after I finished high school 11 years ago. I put you at the Arabian Bechtel Company Limited. Gene Chalmer, the Bechtel recruiter, would end his interviewing today for you to come right away rather than mailing a telegram you. Don't want you to miss this opportunity. You look shocked when our eyes lock upstairs. You look like Linda Carter, the Wonder Woman. I felt inferior. Wow, I'll give you a hug. You're generous, thanks. That shyness of yours killed you. Killed me? I repeat her words in my thoughts. Oh, how? I ask. In grade 3 up to grade 5, you stared at me all the time. Annoyed at first, but later I thought you wanted to talk to me. But you're chicken. My fault. I let this bore. Remember him? Rufino Rodriguez, a Bible bragger. Chased me till we graduated in grade 6. You are so intimidated. Rufino Rodriguez, my nemesis, his Converse white shoes. Tell me, why do you always take off your black shoes and park them under your desk? Fear? Our classmates howled at you. Here comes the rat catcher. One morning you come to class with swollen eyes. I never seen you wearing your black shoes again. My memories wheel back to that heart-wrenching episode of my life relating to black Elco shoes. 17 years have already passed. Surprised, it had a twist. Being observed of old people, my crust. 1,000 horses stormed their feet on my chest. Dazed, tightly. Carmelina continued. Remember Mrs. De Hoya, our English teacher? She asked you to make a sentence, parse and identify which part of the speech each word belongs to. Your sentence runs like this. Jose is anxious to talk to Carmela. I don't know what anxious meant. I look it up in the dictionary. It means strongly wishing. There's no Jose in our class, neither is Carmela. So I took it to mean Jose was you and Carmela was me wishing to talk to me. But you're mute. Do you know that? You're like Carlos, remember him? A CC character in our book Pathways to Reading. He's a coward derided by bullies. One time, Carlos surprised the entire village. He dived to the river and saved a drowning boy where no one among the bullies dared. Jumping off, how I wish you had the courage of Carlos to come near me and talk to me. It never came. We went to different schools in high school. I learned you're from a public high. My parents wanted me to St. Mary's, a bourgeois school. I knew you still keep tabs on me. Every 5 o'clock on Fridays, you're at our school gate. Once, I caught your eyes. You vanished. During Saturdays between 10 and 11 a.m., you hung around at Mang Maning's stores at the corner of F.G. Calderon Street and P. Enrile Street, where we live nearby. You remember that? I made sure I'll perch myself atop the guava tree in front of the Aquas Potables. There, I love seeing you waiting. I watch your disfigured face, and when you pissed off, I'll make myself visible. One glance at me, you will go home. How shallow your joy was. I hated you. The full measure of her confession mutiny. A roly-poly server approached Carmelina. "Mom, telephone," he said. Carmelina drained her coke, excused herself, stood up, and walked to the telephone at the counter at the OEDB kitchenette. Staring at the untouched sandwich on our table, still rounding the rim of the glass of coke, I cursed myself for being a wimp. The grand chance I have wasted. This must not be our last meeting. When she came back, she asked me how my interview with Jean Chalmer went. Then she said, "Don't forget to send me a postcard from Saudi." We talked a little more. Then she raised her arm and waved. I swung my head, looking for whom she waved her hand for. A handsome guy approached us. "Honey, meet my town mates and classmates I haven't seen for 11 years. Honey," and Carmelina clung her hand to the man's arm. A lump in my throat holds my Adam's apple for eternity. I reminded her to finish her sandwich. "You could have it, for sure my revelation got you starved," she said. Our meeting is a blessing, because if nobody owned Carmelina yet, I succumbed to forbidden games.